It is your first movie for a big screen, and after first screening, it's such a big success, and that standing ovation. How do you feel about that after yesterday?
Wow, this is really. I mean, I'm still surprised very much. I'm very, very surprised. I mean, of course, I'm happy, and of course, we are all happy. All the crew and the producer, and we are all very, very, very happy about the result. But we are mostly. I mean, I feel mostly surprised. I still haven't digested it. It was. I think it's like every filmmaker's dream to have this moment, and I have no idea what will happen now with the film. I don't know if it will continue, if it will be successful, will it be sold to many territories, will people see it? I don't know. So for me, this was my victory already. I mean, I'm finished, I can go home. This standing ovation is, by the way, it's a term I learned yesterday. I didn't know what it means. People told me, and I said, what are you talking about? And this is, yeah, of course, it made me happy. It's to see that after so many years that we fought so much to do this film, we really, with the teeth against all odds, and this is what we got as a world premiere. I think it's the, I mean, I don't need anything else, you know, so it was great.
Yeah, that is the thing. Yesterday on the stage, you said that this movie or maybe the script, I don't know, or shooting was really a long, exhausting journey. Can you specify somehow?
Well, it's again, it's mainly this financing thing. It's this whole journey to finance the film. When I started to write the story, many people told me that it has a very good story as a basic, and it might be not so difficult to have it financed. And then we just didn't get any support. We only got support from one fund, the Jerusalem Film Fund, which was very little funding, not enough to make a film in 2 countries with a lot of food, with a lot of actors. It's a complex film. It's not a one apartment, one actor film. So just to close the financing just took a very, very, very long time, and very exhausting. And we also almost gave up in many points. We almost gave up, but eventually we didn't, and we just said, okay, we're gonna do it, and or not, and that's it, and let's do it.
I'm very glad you did.
Thank you.
So this story is full of tolerance, religion, also about sexual orientation. Where did it appear this subject for your movie? Where did you find the idea for this?
The plot, the narrative plot is based in a way on a real story. A man who had a double life, and he died, and I found out about it through his wife, and I said, okay, I have to make a film about this situation, about this moment where a woman finds out that her husband, after her husband died, while she's mourning for him, she finds out that he had a double life. So it changes the way she has to mourn for him. This was the main plot, but all the other themes, the religion, the tradition, and the food and the baking, they are all things that I just brought into the film. It's like a recipe. I put inside this basic plot things that I love and things that I cherish and things that I know from my own world. My father is religious, my mother is secular. I always lived with this question between this tradition and secular. I am gay, but I, in a way, feel like straight, in a way of a lifestyle. Maybe I'm more conservative than most people. The whole connection with food. Food is the most incredible, amazing thing in the world. Food, and especially baking. It's the very essence of life is food. It's the basic things that we take, that we eat in the morning, and through food we can become close to people. We put the family together, eating. We can cook together. We can bake together. We can be sweet. We can be sour. We can be rough with our food. We can have all kinds of variations. And the act of baking, it's also a very sensual and very erotic act. It has so many meanings, so many possibilities, and I think it's as a cinematic background, or let's say as a cinematic surrounding for any story. I mean, I just had to do it because I felt I just wanted to make film with a lot of food.
So you took my next question, because I was about to ask you how is it about you and food, and as I can hear, so it's a big story.
Yeah, it's a big story. I mean, I've been working since I'm 16. I've been working in restaurants. and in cafes and in kitchens. And I just love cooking very much. I mean, I come from Israel, and Israel is incredible food. Israeli, Palestinian, Jewish, Arabic. It's four culinary cultures which are combined together, and Jerusalem, by the way, it's the very center of all these cultures. There, the food is just incredible food, incredible vegetables and traditions and spices and methods of preparation, and such a mixture of people and such a mixture of cultures, and it's just an incredible thing.
So tell me, what is your favorite ingredient? Yeah, and what is your favorite spice? You have some.
My favorite ingredient, I think it's eggplant. I'm just crazy about eggplant. And spice, I think cumin. Cumin, it's my favorite. I put it over in for all. I mean, hummus also, of course, but also all soups that I make. Almost many soups and many pots, hot pots. It's a very comforting spice, cumin, especially when it's a whole. You get it whole and you crush it fresh. The aroma is so strong, and it's like a market. You put
Don't
it in.
tell me about that. I'm a food lover. I'm a food lover, and I know. Yeah. And my last question is about the kosher principles, because in your movie there is lots of things about that. Can you explain me what are the rules of kosher, or a little bit?
Well, it's I mean, it's a very, very, very complex and ancient theme. And the thing about kosher, there is one main aspect, which is the separation between milk and meat. This is the very basic of kosher, and the essence of this idea, the concept behind it, is that the lamb should not be cooked in the milk of its mother. This is I would say, in a way, even though I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat meat at all, but it's in a way some kind of a moral concept of food. So this is one thing. The other thing is cleanliness. The food has to be clean, and there are many, many rules about how you check if flour has worms inside, all kind of things, which are today not so relevant because many of the products are controlled in factories, but in the past, for 2,000 years ago, everything had to be more controlled. And the third aspect, which is about the identity of the food, is about the possibility of, let's say, a non-Jewish man entering a Jewish kosher kitchen. And this is what happened in the film, that he's not allowed to bake cookies. But the thing is that also these rules, there are many ways to break them and still be religious. For example, the non-Jewish is not allowed to turn on the fire for an unkosher food, but if someone else will turn the fire for him, so it's okay. So let's say in this kitchen, Anat will turn on the oven, and he will make the cakes, and that way it will be kosher, so everybody is satisfied. It's just some kind of a way to, I mean, it's for us, maybe for secular people, it's strange, maybe a bit absurd, but it all has really reasons, actually. It all has reasons that I can, in a way, I mean, I don't follow these rules, but I can relate to them in a way, and I can understand where they come from.
And does it make a big difference if you see the cafe without kosher certification?
I mean, for non-religious people, it doesn't make any difference at all. But for religious people, it is important because they want to trust the place that they eat. There is a very interesting thing going on now in Jerusalem in the last years, that many places, many restaurants and cafes, they have kind of a statement: we don't have a certificate, but we are kosher. It's not authorized by some authority, by some special institution, but we are kosher anyway because we are traditional and religious, and this is how we know. So also religious people, which used to be very scared of these places, so today they are more open to go to a place like this because they trust the owners. They don't need a certificate, they just trust the people. So it's a way to say, okay, there is tradition, there is religion, and there is a way to live with it, and there is a way to respect it, but also have a free, normal, secular life at the same time.